From time to time, especially as I've gotten older, the question has come to mind, how will I be remembered when I'm gone? Will I be missed? What kind of legacy am I leaving? Will I be remembered as being selfish or angry, cold-hearted? Or will I be remembered as being kind and gentle, patient, full of mercy, and love for others and love for God? I know this is a hard question to ask ourselves, but we should. And if it is hard, maybe that gives us an opportunity to make some changes so that we can leave behind wonderful memories and a good and godly legacy. Micah 6:8 asks us, what does the Lord require of us? He requires that we act justly, that we love mercy, and that we walk humbly with our God. Hi, and welcome to Take 5. My name is Lanita, Seay, and today's devotional is called, How Will I Be Remembered? I think that most of us would say that we want to be remembered with fond memories, with respect and with honor. But in order to be remembered well, we must live well. In Matthew 6, verses 19 and 20, it tells us, do not store up for yourselves treasures here on earth, where moth and rust can destroy, and where thieves can break in and steal. But instead, store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moth and rust cannot destroy, and where thieves cannot break in and steal. I think that sometimes we get so busy making a living and so busy saving money and putting our focus on our home and how clean it needs to be in our vehicles that sometimes we keep our focus on earthly possessions instead of heavenly ones. And Jesus is asking us to put our focus on the heavenly things like relationships, like faith and love and hope and genuine concern for other people. Those kinds of things cannot rust. They cannot be stolen from us. He asks us to put our thoughts and our actions on eternal things because the earthly things will pass away. How do we do that? In Micah, it asks us to act justly. That is just treating somebody fairly and honestly with anyone that we deal with. Matthew 7:12 tells us to do unto others as we would have them do unto you. And then in Micah, it tells us to love mercy. That's having genuine compassion for others in need. And then it says to walk humbly with our God. Every single day, humble ourselves before God in reverent fear and in awe of His will. In James 4, verses 4 through 6, it said that God opposes the proud but gives grace to the humble. You know, sometimes I think that we overcomplicate our walk with Jesus Christ when it's just simply learning how to abide in Him and learning how to obey the Holy Spirit's leading. And then that will overflow into all of our other relationships, and that will help us leave behind a good and godly legacy. So how do you want to be remembered when you're gone? Every single day we have an opportunity to love people. We have a choice to love people. You know, with God's help, His love, His mercy, His forgiveness that He extends to us, we can extend to others. And it all begins with a relationship with Jesus Christ. If you have questions about this devotional today, or if you would like to leave behind a good and godly legacy, please email me at take5tuesday@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. Until next week, God bless you, and don't forget, take 5.